Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce and Guns. If you've been looking around for AR-15 parts, accessories, uppers, lowers, complete rifles, you've noticed that the prices have plummeted. The sales are incredible, which is why I went ahead and bought a Bear Creek Arsenal AR-47. This is an AR-15 and it is chambered for 7.62 by 39. This is a range toy for me. I'm not expecting a lot from this, because I've got plenty of stuff that I know is super reliable. So this is a pure range toy, so I wanted something completely different from what I have. So I got a side charger, which I've never had before, and of course 7.62 by 39, because I've never had an AR-15, never even shot an AR-15 that had that kind of chambering involved. They had to completely redesign the standard capacity magazine. This is a 28 round magazine, and you can see it looks like the baby child of a AR-15 magazine and an AK-47 magazine. If I go ahead and take off an AR-15 mag here, so there's a pronounced curve there, as you can see right there. Pretty good curve there, and the reason is they're trying to feed that through an opening that's really intended for that. And now I brought down my other AR-15. It's actually chambered in 5.56, and I will show you another difference they made with the actual feed ramp. Now, as you can see on the left-hand side, that's the 5.56 feed ramps, the M4 feed ramps right there going through the actual receiver and into the barrel. On the right-hand side, you can see that those channels, those feed ramps, have been enlarged greatly for the larger bullet. Now, what's cool is the fact that this side charging handle will reciprocate through the actual movement of the bolt. So it will go back and forth as I'm firing, which means it also doubles as my forward assist if I need one. So there's no actual forward assist, and of course there's no hole in the back for a charging handle in the back. But everything else is pretty much standard AR-15 affair. So I'm gonna go ahead and ammo up, and we're gonna go on down to the range. I left my camera with a zoom on it at home, I know. You can feel it. It actually kicks harder than 5.56, definitely. And I keep on, this side charging's got me all discombobulated. So far it's been flawless, but I've been running it with the rifle stock, a very nice rifle stock setup that I use in my 3-gun rifle. But what if you don't like that? What if you want a 6-position carbine stock, or otherwise known as the shoulder thing that goes up? And now I've changed over to the carbine stock. There we go, we are charged. I'm never going to get used to that charging handle. I can guarantee that right now. All right, feels about the same. Range is hot. I got one more 28 round magazine. What's interesting, you can hear that click. Not a quiet magazine, but so far 100% reliable. And that was a big thing I was worried about, is how reliable is this? It's obviously okay in accuracy. It's what I expected as far as accuracy goes. 7.62 by 39 is not a super accurate cartridge. And I was getting, you know, a group about that size, you know, 1.5-inch group at 50 yards. Well folks, the rain has officially set in, so I'm going to call it a day, and I will go back to testing this for longer range, put a scope on it, and we'll see how it goes from there. Now let's move on out to the 100-yard range. Oh, that's still pretty good. Okay, we'll put 5 more rounds of the Hortony Black 7.62 by 39 on the bottom center target, and we will see if this stuff can shoot. Bottom center target, 100 yards. Okay, just a little about 11:30, 11:45. Well, that's better. Well, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Much better. Much better. Well, I'm going to take down the targets. We're going to go back to the bunker and check these targets out. Alrighty, folks, I'm back from the range, and I now have fully tested my AR-15 chambered in 7.62x39. So, what do I think about it? Well, first of all, let's go over the things that I was told before I purchased this upper. So first of all, I heard it was stupid. Number two, I heard it was unreliable. And number three, I heard that it was inaccurate. Well, okay. Number one, is it stupid? I don't think so. It goes boom when you pull the trigger and you have fun. That's not stupid. So number two, is it unreliable? Well, with the right magazines, this thing has run like a top. What you want to do, I will have a close-up right here. You want to get the C Products Defense magazine. And number three, accuracy. Well, number one, I did not put any kind of high-end ammo through this. A little bit. I splurged a little bit, but nothing really fancy. There's not really much out there anyway for the 7.62x39 round. So I put a lot of Tula. Almost all of it was Tula ammo. Put some of my old Hot Shot. I've not seen this stuff on the shelves for a while. This is some of my new old stock I've had for years and years and years. Today I tried Monarch. I just happened to have that. They had several boxes of this at Academy Sports, and it turned out to be actual hollow point, which I didn't notice until I was actually at the range. I was like, hey, this is hollow point. And it ran just fine. Now, I did splurge a little bit, and I got some Hornady Black. And it turns out, I thought this was some sort of match grade ammo. It turns out it's not. It's good ammo. I'm not saying it's bad ammo. And it's better, it's more accurate than the steel case stuff I had. But it's not actually like match grade ammo. I thought it was. I need to do my research, I guess. But it was really good here. Let me show you the close up. We have steel cases 100 yards. We got, and there's a horrible glare there, but now the best was the Hornady Black. So the close up there, you can see that's 2-inch group. That's a 2-inch group at 100 yards for a 7.62 cartridge through an AR-15. That is not bad. Now let's talk about the actual upper itself. Now, unless you're trying to emulate an AK-47, do not get the side charger. It is a pain. It comes loose. Mine has come loose twice now through my 600 or 700 rounds. If you want to remove the bolt for cleaning, you need an Allen key to go in there and take off that handle, because this will not come off. So there are several negatives and really no positives except for just the cool factor. And what's it like shooting an AR-15 chambered in 7.62x39? Well, it kind of feels like shooting an AK-47. It has its recoil is quite a bit more than normal, than a normal AR-15 chambered in 5.56, and the recoil is heavily favoring upward and to the right, just like an AK-47. So, I don't know what it is about that cartridge. It's an AK-47 with AR-15 ergonomics. Hard to beat that, really. Now, will this ever be a tack driving rifle? No. No, it never will be. The ammunition is not made for that, and the rifle's not made for that. It was never, this whole package was never designed for tack driving abilities. You're not going to be putting the bullets through the same hole on target at 200 yards, what people claim on the internet all the time. You're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen with this rifle. Now, you can definitely improve on the accuracy. You could do some really good work with some hand load. You could hone the barrel a little bit inside. There's a couple little things you could do to really get the accuracy in there, and you could possibly get the cloverleaf at 100 yards, maybe. But that's not what this is about. This is about having fun. This is about going to the range, having fun, having a reliable, fun firearm. And with steel cases, I don't have to worry about saving the brass. Don't care. Just dump it in a trash can and be along my way. So in conclusion, does Deuce recommend you get an AR-15 chambered in 7.62x39? Yes. Yes, I do. If you have an AR-15 in 5.56 or a 300 blackout, you've already got those, this is your next step. This is your next step. Now, during this video, I've been endorsing Bear Creek Arsenal because that's where I bought this upper. This upper is made by them. I cannot talk about their stocks, their lowers, their trigger groups. I don't know anything about those at all. All I can talk about is their upper. And this upper was great, especially for the price I paid, which again was $200. Bear in mind, I did not get this to review from them. They have never contacted me. I went on their website just like everybody else and bought it. Well, guys, what do you think about that? You think an AR-15 chambered in 7.62x39 is in your future? I'll say go for it, especially if you already got a 300 blackout and a 5.56. I think this is your next step. And I think it is a great one to take, especially with the cheap, accurate, and reliable enough ammo you can get everywhere. Well, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and go ahead and subscribe. A lot more is on the way. And if you have any comments, questions, or show ideas, go ahead and leave that in the comment box below the video. And of course, you guys have a great day. See ya.